the live button on YouTube. Look at that. I didn't even put the live button on YouTube. I only did it on Instagram, and I've been talking for a few minutes here, and I had no idea I wasn't even recording. That tells you how exhausted I am. Um, I did have a morning nap. I do have a reading today, this afternoon, which is, I'm looking very forward to it. And then I have nothing else today. But I do have a class tomorrow night that I want to get ready for, which is um, we're going to be doing vision boards. So we're going to be working on vision boards. And I started working on sort of the outline of vision board workbook. Um, and getting a vision board workbook together, and I'm not even halfway done, so I have to hustle my ass to get that done today because it's for my class, and plus I want to upload it as a book on Amazon. And so I want to have it, so it's a workbook that I'm doing, and it has to do with putting together your vision board, and um, what to expect in the vision board, creating the pictures that you want to create within your vision board. What are your dreams? What do you have to first? We start off. What do you need to release from? With your vision. So what is it that you need to let go of? And then you can start into your vision. So I'm working on a vision board workbook. A workbook. Yes, that's what I'm doing. So, and it's taking some time, and since I'm so exhausted, it's and this weekend was just because of my legs being in such pain was horrendous, that I really didn't do a whole hell of a lot this weekend. So I'm gonna have to hustle again. I gotta hustle and get it done, you know. So, or get it partially done. I have it. I have a lot in my. I have a lot it. I have a lot it. A lot it. Look at this, my English. I have a lot in my head that needs to get out on to the paper. So there's a lot there that I have to extract. I do have an outline. Believe it or not, I know those people who've taken classes from me to know that I have an outline. I bet you guys are just like, "What? She never has an outline." I try. I try. My classes are usually by the seat of my pants, and I won't say it's actually by the seat of my pants. It's just that my classes are channeled when I'm teaching. So a lot of channeling comes in with the teaching of what I do, right? So it's not just by the seat of my pants, although it seems that way sometimes. It's just like when I do a handout and I'm like, don't look at the handout because I'm not following the handout, which drives my type A and my earth signs just batty because they want to. But we got to follow the outline. We got to follow this. No, you don't. It's okay. We'll be okay. We'll get to the end. So, so this is up leveling ourselves, and this is deep teaching time for us all. And so this deep teaching is really going through a lot of releasement and what we are releasing and how we're releasing different energies and holding on to. This is coming in to do an ego check and to identify things quickly. So that's also with that moon in Virgo or moon in Aquarius. There's a lot to do with not getting stuck in the ego, and it's mentally, emotionally all over the place. Don't I know it? Just look at me. Just look. This is a face of exhaustion right now, um, and yeah, it's just crazy. So to appreciate if things feel on repeat, just kind of appreciate things that are happening because we are in retrograde. 60% of the planets are retrograde. Venus on September 3rd she will be going direct, and then 12 hours later from her going direct, Jupiter is going to be going retrograde. So So we have everything retrograde from Saturn on. So from Saturn, and even as you Saturn, and then there's the belt line, and then the outer planets, they're all retrograde. So we have all of this, and the outer planets are our subconscious. They are the ones that move the slowest. So when you see a angle or a square and stuff to these planets, that they always win. The outer planets always win because they're slower moving. They're not just quick and let's just get it, let's get the information and go. It's no, they're slow moving. So the energies from that angles that they have made last a little bit longer because they're moving through the energies, they're moving through whatever has been set in place. So that causes for people to deal with a lot of exhaustion and emotional. Sometimes this could bring up a lot of emotional trauma too, this energy. And with Uranus actually stopping at the later degrees in Taurus, like he's stopping and going. So this is, doing that retrograde is that we have to appreciate, appreciate things, because Uranus is the up leveler. It's the one who wants to teach us to do things and teach us to do things in a better way and show us a better way of doing things. And it is staying in the positive mindset as things are um, switching up on us and changing. Remember, I said things, that we have to sort of pivot and move around the corners, like um, as we are going through things. So it's like you don't see anything fully until you're around the corner. If anybody's been on a switchback driving, you got to go around it to see, okay, there's that, and then there's, to see exactly where you're going. Sometimes you don't see it, or you're unaware that there's something big on the other side, like a semi coming up the other side. So you have to be able to maneuver to move. And sometimes it's where you might not be able to move as fast, or maybe the other energy is just coming too fast at you, and you're just feeling very overloaded, and um, you're just like, fuck it, just hit me, kind of thing. And Uranus will come in and just hit you and get you to go to the other place. So let's pull some cards. I brought the cards outside. I could go back to sleep right now. Whew. But I won't. Might have another cup of tea. That'll help. No, you know what I'm going to do? I have cacao. I'm going to make a cacao. But I don't have any milk or anything. So I could make the cacao with just water and syrup and some vanilla. I could do that. Having a nice cocoa drink. That would be nice. They're saying that cacao is one of the ones that's really good for your T cells and helping to open things up for you. So I'll go with that. Give me some more T cells. It's the Sun card, and he's riding a unicorn. So he's riding the unicorn, and it's Archangel Uriel. So Archangel Uriel is the angel of wisdom. The angel of wisdom, of bringing in that wisdom. So, and it's the sun. So bringing that wisdom, bringing that strength. And the sun gives you strength. The sun gives you that power. So bringing in the positive, inspiring energy for you to move in the directions that you want to move into. And it's like telling you, as you do that, the new beginning comes in. So as the sun, the sun is 19, this is 20. It's showing you that you're on an alignment. You're in an alignment of moving in the right direction. The new beginning with Archangel Jeremiah is coming, like you're coming out of the coffin. So you're coming out of a deep sleep. You're coming out of shaking off things that are no longer working for you or no longer within you, and you're coming out of the shadows and into that light. And as you're coming into the light, in comes the Emperor. Whoa. And Uriel comes up twice. So we got Archangel Uriel twice here. So that's very positive, because Uriel, as I say, is the god, is the angel for wisdom. So bringing in that stability. These are all major arcana cards that are coming forward, and letting you know that this is a major situation of change and transformation in our life, that we are moving in a very positive new direction in our life, and that we're coming out of the shadow. And as you come out of the shadow, it can feel very overwhelming as you come out of the shadow into the light, because there's an adjustment. You got to adjust your eyes, and maybe it's too hot, or there's this adjustment that you have to make. But know within that adjustment is going to bring you that stability, because that's what, with Saturn in Pisces, wants to teach you how to ground within your dreams, how to bring your dreams down into reality. And Saturn there is wanting to bring in that grounding, and get you to not just dream about it, but do something about it, because a dream is just a dream, right? If you don't do anything about it, it's nothing. So Saturn is showing you that it wants to bring in that grounding. And we're going to really feel that, especially with this full moon. This full moon is such an activator of energy that's coming in. It's going to be conjunct with that Saturn. So we're in a lot of Saturnian energy. And so a lot of times people don't like to be in the Saturnian energy, because it is all about rules and boundaries and timing, and making sure that you're abiding by your own rules. What are your rules? Are you feeling like, to me, are you feeling exhausted and tired and stuff, or are you trying to overextend yourself and do 1,001 things, instead of calling in the help that you need, calling in what it is, the resources that you need in order to do the job that you are doing, or even within the relationships. Like, are you getting everything done within the relationships that you need to get done? And having that communications with it, right? So the Ace of Michael, which is the Ace of Swords. So listening to the new ideas, because in here it's all telling you about inspiring, it's telling you about forgiveness, finding your purpose. This is about charge of a situation. It's telling you that. So this is letting you know that clear communications coming. Mars in with the South Node, because it's in Libra, it's going to be regurgitating things, like bringing other things up that maybe you don't want to have brought up, but things have to be brought back up. So a lot of things is going to be brought up. This is the place of justice. This is a place of relationships. This is a place of balance, right? So Mars is in the area of justice and wanting to bring justice, and how to bring that justice. But meeting up with the South Node can bring in a lot of murky kind of waters, because you may not see everything as clearly as you'd want to see it. It's going to take you a while to see more things clearly, and information or things are going to be brought back up. And that has to do with a lot of the retrogrades too. Things that weren't properly done, or you thought they were done properly, or communications were done properly, and they weren't. There was something missing, or some information missing, or the person didn't understand exactly what it is that you were asking, or did you really comply with what it is that was being shown to you. So clear up the communication problems with others. That's with the Ace of Swords too. Clear up communication problems. Whatever is happening, sometimes it might be difficult to clear up some of the communications, but it is something that desperately needs to be done. So this could be, if you have a court case, maybe there's information that you haven't fully brought out, right? So the information needs to be brought out. More information is needed. So you have to make sure you have the information. If you're meeting somebody, just double checking that yeah, we're meeting at such and such a time, right? Is this time still okay? So doing the follow-ups that you need to do with this energy is very important as well, because once you do that, it's going to allow for things to flow a lot better and a lot more in sync and bringing you that stability. They wanted me to pull one more card. Oh, it's the Moon card. The Moon card for me, even though I'm a Cancer rising and a Cancer moon, the Moon card is an internal one. It is the internal quest of really listening to your excuse me, your inner being, listening to your inner being, listening to that energy within that not energy, but listening to the voices that are coming out through you. You know, that nudging, that oh yeah, listening to the cues of your body as well. What is your body trying to tell you? Because your body is in sync with the energies. Your mind isn't, right? So your mind might go off in other directions and say that's stupid. But the moon comes in to get you in touch with what you need to get in touch with. What is it that you need to get in touch with? You know, this is an opportunity to improve. What do you need to improve on? Is there, you know, when we look at the sun card, it's the sun and the moon. We're coming up to a full moon, right? Full moon on Wednesday. So the sun and the moon are coming in. They're saying, improve on your plans. What do you need to improve on? Is there communication problems with anything that you're doing? Is there communication problems at work? Is there communication problems within relationships? All types of relationships, right? Is there communication problems with a project that you're doing at work or some kind of planning? These are the things that you got to really look at right now, and especially with these energies and Uranus going, um, you know, retrograde. This is also looking with Saturn coming in, wanting that stability, wanting that stability. So you got to face the fears. Sometimes you're afraid to ground yourself because you're afraid to see what you really need to see, right? So you need to get into that grounding and face the fears so that you can grow in your strength and your wisdom that you do have. It's there, but you just have to tap into it. And taking charge. What is it that you need to take charge of within your life? As you are listening to the information, the ideas that are coming in, allowing for that information to come down and listen to it within your heart so you can make the proper moves in your life and make the proper steps that you need to make to move forward. And right now it's where it's baby steps. It's all baby steps. It is you can move forward very nicely here. It's where if you're thinking you're falling, there's going to be a pillow there. And remember, we all have a spring tied to our ass. We do bounce back. Sometimes it takes us a little while to bounce back, but we do bounce back. So honoring that within our own selves. So there you guys go. I'm going to go and see if I can get some more work done on my workbook if I don't fall asleep again. But I have an appointment at 2. And may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you and all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Thank you for being a part of my community. Definitely let me know if you want to book into a reading. I promise you I won't be so tired. And have a blessed day, everybody. Onward and upwards. And here we go. Bye bye.